The story starts by showing a dense forest where a man is running like crazy, hoping to find a way out. But the forest was so thick that no path out was visible. He kept moving forward, watching the sun. But now the sun was slowly setting. Still, he didn't stop running. After a while, he reached a spot where there was a signboard. It said, "Point of no return," meaning no one can come back from there. The number 108 was also written on the board. Seeing this, he started getting more and more worried. Slowly, the darkness grew thicker, and a strange fear spread all over the forest. Then, suddenly, all the birds flew away from there. Even after traveling many miles, the man didn't see a single wild animal in the whole forest. Who knows what it was that even the wild animals were scared of. Terrified, the man began running even faster. But after hours of traveling, he suddenly stopped in one spot, his face falling with disappointment because right in front of him was the signboard with the number 108 written on it. That was the point of no return. Now the man realized that no matter how much he ran, he couldn't get out of this jungle. So he started looking for a place to hide, but there was no safe spot anywhere. That's why he climbed up a tree. Just then, a branch snapped, and he fell from a pretty high height onto the ground. After falling, he was badly hurt with deep wounds. Before he could lose consciousness, suddenly the ground started shaking, and strange growling sounds began. Hearing those sounds, the man's throat, her breath caught. Suddenly, someone grabbed her and pulled her away. We never see who it was, but we do hear the man's painful screams. 6 days after this incident, we see a girl named Mina working in a bird shop in the city. Just then, her boss shows up and orders her to deliver a golden parrot to a place outside the city called Zeed. Mina agrees and sets off to deliver the parrot. She gets into the car, puts the location of Zeed into her phone, and starts her journey. After leaving the city, she sees a board with lots of missing people's photos. So, a bunch of people had gone missing there, but Mina doesn't pay much attention and keeps moving forward. While going ahead, she takes a shortcut through the forest to deliver the parcel quickly. She ends up right in the middle of the forest, the same spot where we'd seen a man disappear earlier. Once there, Mina gets seriously stuck. She checks her phone for the map, but there's no signal. The radio in the car wasn't working either. Mina started to leave the place, but now she couldn't figure out the way out. After a while, her car broke down too. Mina got out of the car and saw the same point of no return sign right in front of her. She didn't understand what was going on, so she grabbed the parrot's cage and started looking around for help. But there was no sign of anyone nearby. After that, she came back to where she had parked her car. But from there, the car was missing. Seeing that, she got really worried. She thought maybe she wasn't at the spot where she had parked her car, but somewhere else entirely. And her car was parked somewhere else because every part of this forest looked the same. It was getting darker too. Suddenly, just like before, all the birds flew away from the trees. Mina started feeling scared because the ground was shaking hard. She sensed someone nearby. Then, out of nowhere, Mina saw a shadow in the distance. Mina ran after her, but there was no one there. Suddenly, Mina saw an old woman running by. Mina started chasing her too. The woman was asking for help, but she didn't stop and kept running fast. Mina chased her again, but suddenly, the old woman disappeared. As Mina kept looking for her and moved forward, she saw a big room deep in the forest. The old woman opened the door and told Mina, "If you want to stay alive, come inside quickly." Hearing this, Mina didn't hesitate and, understanding, she ran towards that room. As soon as Mina entered, she locked the gate. Mina saw that it was a strange room with a huge mirror on one wall. Along with the old woman, there were 2 other people there. Nervously, Mina asked them, "What place is this?" The old woman replied, "We call this place the Cobb. My name is Madeline. This girl is Kiara, and this boy is Daniel." The old woman then told Mina, "There's no time for talking right now. You need to stand quickly in front of the mirror with us because someone's coming to see us." Mina asks, "So, who exactly is coming to see us?" But the old woman doesn't say anything. Suddenly, weird noises start coming from outside. Scared, Mina asks, "What's that noise?" Kiara tells Mina, "Those are the Watchers. They're watching us from the other side of the glass, but we can't see them. They come here every night after the sun goes down and keep watching us until the morning sun rises." Then the noise from the other side of the glass starts again. Mina asks, "What kind of noise is that?" The old woman says, "The Watchers are they're happy you came. They're clapping seeing you here." Mina was totally confused. She just wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. Madeline, whom they called the Watchers, hadn't been seen by Mina or anyone else until now. The night passes. In the morning, they come out of that place. Madeline explains that the Watchers only come out at night. During the day, we can roam freely in the forest. Mina kept thinking all night about when morning would come so she could quickly get out of the forest. That's why she immediately headed into the woods. She starts looking for a way out. Then Madeline tells everyone to stop her, like she somehow knows Mina can't get out of this forest and will definitely come back. Before Mina leaves, Madeline tells her, "This decision of yours isn't a good one. There's no way out of this forest. We have to be back in the house before nightfall. If you're late, you'll be risking your life." Mina doesn't listen to anyone and grabs her parrot, moving forward quickly. After going a little further, she reaches that same spot. She saw a sign that said, "No return." It made her nervous, but she didn't lose courage. Looking at Siraj, she kept moving forward in his direction, but she couldn't make it out of the forest. Eventually, the path just ended. Mina realized she was standing on top of a hill with nothing but forest stretching out as far as she could see. Feeling hopeless, she sat down. Suddenly, someone placed a hand on her shoulder. She got scared, but when she turned around, it was old woman Medlin. There, Medlin encouraged her and said, "You're not the only one who tried to get out of here and failed. We're stuck here just like you because we gave up. There's no way out. Come on, I'll show you something." Medlin takes Mina toward the forest. She tells Mina that this forest is a hunter, and we're all its prey. If you want to stay alive, stick with us. Medlin shows her a bunch of point-of-no-return signs all around the forest in a circle, with their room right in the middle. Medlin explains that this is just half a mile from their home. There are signs set up at intervals during the day. If you go past them, it'll be hard to come back. So, if you ever see these, don't ignore them. Mina asks, who made all this? And she replies that a professor made it, but no one has actually seen him yet. Now it's night. They all go back inside the house. Every night, Watchers come to keep an eye on them. Tonight, a girl named Yara dances in front of them and says she likes it all. It's not like these four had to stand in front of the Watchers. Every night, people could do whatever they wanted. It was just that these folks couldn't turn their backs on them. If they did, those people would get really angry. At night, they only cared about the Watchers. But even during the day, they faced a lot of problems. Every day, these people hunted something from the forest to fill their stomachs and get by. The next day, Kiara and Mina both go hunting in the forest. Mina asks Kiara, "What exactly do these Watchers want?" Kiara replies, "I don't really know either, but Madeline says, these Watchers are always watching us. They observe us. But if we actually see the Watchers, we'd go crazy because they look really terrifying." Kira now shows her a pit and says, "There are many such pits in this forest. During the day, all the Watchers stay in those pits, and at night they come out. They can't come out in the daytime because the sunlight burns their skin." Kira tells Mina that she came to this forest with her husband 5 months ago, and since then, both of them have been trapped here. 6 days ago, my husband went into the forest to find a way. I'm hoping he'll come back for sure and get all of us out of here safely. We found out that Kiara's husband was actually the same guy we saw at the start of the movie, the one who was dragged away from here and is now dead. Talking like this, they both came back near the room. Here, Madeline explains 3 rules to Mina for staying alive. The first rule is she must not open the door at night. The second rule is that at night, she shouldn't look into the mirror. She won't bend her waist. And thirdly, during the day she won't go near those potholes and will stay in the light as much as possible. As long as you follow these rules, you'll stay alive. But Mina didn't trust Madeline's words at all. That night, Mina wanted to know more about these Watchers, so she pressed her ear against the glass, trying to hear something. When she heard nothing, Mina started thinking that Madeline's stories about the Watchers were fake. So, breaking the rules. She turned her waist towards the glass and fell asleep. They get really pissed off when you do that. They start banging on the glass loudly. The noise even scares Madeline, and she quickly tells Mina to stand by the glass. Only then do the Watchers calm down. Basically, when someone turns their back on the Watchers, they take it as a personal insult. That night passes, and the next day Mina goes hunting with Daniel. She asks him, "Have you ever seen a watcher?" Daniel replies, "No, I haven't seen any watchers either. Look, anyone who looks at the watchers doesn't survive." Then Mina tells Daniel that she thinks all of this is just made-up stories by Madeline to trap us. "We definitely need to check out those pits. Maybe we'll find a way out of here." Daniel was already really fed up staying here and also wanted to find a way to escape this forest. So he agrees with Mina, and the two of them head over to the pits. Now, Mina ties herself up with a rope near the pit. She climbs down inside. Daniel is holding the other end of the rope so that if anything happens to Mina, he can quickly pull her back out. Mina reaches the bottom of the pit where she finds a bunch of stuff belonging to people. She gathers all the stuff together. It all belonged to those who had been caught by the watchers in the forest. Using the rope, Daniel pulls out the camera, bicycle, and all the necessary gear. Now Mina waits down there for Daniel to lower the rope so she can climb back up. And just before Mina gets out of that pit, as she tried to get out, she heard the sound of someone approaching inside the pit. Mina quickly started signaling Daniel to throw the rope down. But just then, a watchman reached out to grab her. Mina was standing in the sunlight, so when the sun hit the watchman's hand, it started burning. Right then, Daniel threw the rope down to Mina, and she quickly climbed out. Mina was completely scared. They all took the stuff and went to their safe house, where Madeline asked her, "Where did you get this stuff from?" They were lying. They say they found this stuff in the jungle. Madeline had been living in this jungle for a long time. She knew that this stuff didn't come from the jungle but from a pit. She asked Mina, "Tell me, what did you see inside the pit?" But Mina doesn't say anything. These people were really excited because tonight they would be able to see the watchers. Since Mina found a camera inside the pit, Daniel somehow managed to hook up that camera to the TV so they could all watch the watchers on the screen. Madeline kept telling them over and over that you guys are doing it wrong, but these two don't listen to a word of it. Tonight, they were waiting for the watchers so they could see them, but even though it was pretty late, no watcher showed up, and now something strange was about to happen to them. They were busy talking when suddenly someone knocked on the door. Yeah, someone was knocking. They quickly looked towards the TV and saw human legs there. Whoever was outside was speaking in Kiara's husband's voice, and she was urging to open the door quickly. Kiara thought for sure her husband had found a way out of here. She quickly got up to open the door, but Madeline stepped in and stopped her. She said, "I know your husband isn't outside." Madeline knew no one could have made it to this room in the dead of night, but Kiara didn't believe her and tried to open the door anyway. Then Madeline told Kiara, "He's trapping you. Test him. You should ask something only you or your husband would know." Kiara asks a guy standing outside about a book he should have known about. But when he doesn't answer, they realize he's a watcher. When these people don't open the door, the watcher smashes the camera they had set up outside. That's when we find out watchers can even disguise themselves as humans. The watchers got really angry about this and started smashing the glass really fast. This caused a big crack in the glass. But here, Madeline smartly got everyone to line up facing the glass. This cooled down the watchers' anger a bit, and they left. Now Mina tells Madeline that they had stolen all the stuff from that pit. Hearing this, Madeline got really angry because they had broken another rule. The next morning, Madeline collected all the stuff from the pit and threw it back in. This calmed the watchers down a little, but now these people started seeing really strange things in the jungle, and Daniel was the one affected the most. He suddenly began getting angry over the smallest things. On the other hand, Kiara, who had hoped that her husband was still alive and would come here to save her, now realized that he wasn't coming back. This completely shattered her inside, and she decided to end her life by jumping into the Watcher's pits because she felt she had no reason left to live. She was just about to do it. Mina comes and saves her. Meanwhile, we see Daniel looking at Madeline in a weird way, and in anger, he ties Madeline to a tree. Daniel says he's not going to follow this old lady's rules anymore. From now on, only his word counts. It was getting dark, so Daniel runs toward the room, with Kiara right behind him. But Mina goes over to Madeline and starts untying her ropes. Meanwhile, Daniel locks the room door from the inside with Kiara inside and leaves Mina and Madeline outside for the Watchers. Mina and Madeline kept begging Daniel to open the door. They pleaded with him, "Please, just open the door." But Daniel didn't budge. Now it was completely dark outside, and it was time for the Watchers to come. So, they had no choice but to hide under a thick tree to save themselves. After a while, they started hearing the Watchers growling. This time, Mina, Madeline, and... We get a glimpse of the Watchers too. They were tall, thin, and dangerous. Each one emerged from their own pits to check out the humans. They reach the safe room. When the Watchers see that Mina and Madeline aren't there, they start searching for them in the forest to catch them. Once the Watchers leave, Mina and Madeline take the chance and sneak back to the safe room. They cry and beg Daniel to open the door. This time, Daniel feels sorry for them and opens it. Inside, Madeline first gets angry at Daniel, then gathers everyone in front of a mirror and tells them some things about the Watchers. Madeline says, "Until now, we've broken a lot of rules already, so I don't think the Watchers are going to cut us any slack this time. I want to tell you guys some truths about the Watchers. When I first came here, I saw something that completely blew my mind. I saw a duplicate of myself. Actually, it was a Watcher trying to take my form, though its eyes and hair weren't exactly perfect." Mina asked, "So, what exactly are these Watchers?" To which Madeline replied, "These creatures are fairies who, once upon a time, used to live alongside humans. They used to live there. Fairies were magical creatures with wings. But over time, humans started getting scared of the fairies' powers. So, the humans decided to get rid of them. Since there were more humans, the fairies couldn't fight back. The humans trapped the fairies in a huge pit in the forest and cursed them to stay locked in there forever. The fairies stayed trapped in that pit for hundreds of years, but eventually they dug their way out underground. Today, those same fairies, the Watchers, come out of the pits and appear before us. Although they've lost their wings and magical powers after living underground for hundreds of years and now sunlight hurts them, they still have the ability to shapeshift." Daniel asked Madeline what the Watchers want from us and why they watch us every night. Madeline explained that the Watchers want to come out of the forest again and live among humans, but they can't stay among humans in their true form. That's why they've kept us here, so that they could take on our appearance and learn today's ways from us to live among humans. Madeline was just explaining all this when suddenly, all the Watchers came back. When the Watchers found out that Madeline and Mina had returned to their room, they all flew into a rage and started trying to break down the door. The four of them dragged a table in front of the door to stop the Watchers from breaking it down. But the Watchers were way too strong, and the four knew it was only a matter of time before the Watchers got inside, and death stared them right in the face. She was giving it. Just then, they noticed that dragging the table to the door had flipped the carpet over. When they lifted the carpet, they saw a big iron gate underneath. Quickly, they opened the gate and found out there was a huge bunker below. They hurried inside and shut the iron gate from above. They were worried about the fact that this bunker was here all along and they had no idea. The bunker had a lot of facilities, thousands of days' worth of food, a computer, and plenty of other necessary stuff. Mina, she wanted to know who had actually made this place. So she turned on the computer. There was a lot of data saved on it, and when they accessed it, they found out that the whole place was built by Professor Martin. Actually, the professor knew about these creatures. He wanted to research the Watchers. That's why he built the bunker. By tempting other people with money, he brought them here to work. Then at night, he'd leave the workers in the rooms upstairs and hide down here himself, while the Watchers would come and eat those people. Next video. Dr. Martin says that during his research he came across a really unique fairy who could even come out of those holes in the light. The doctor says that this Watcher had taken on the perfect form of a little girl, so perfect that no one could recognize her. She was very kind. She didn't hurt Dr. Martin. He brought her here. Just then, the professor turned the camera the other way. That's when they saw that the professor had trapped that little girl-like creature in a cage. Nobody knows what kind of experiment the doctor is planning to do with her. There were a lot of videos on that computer, and each one explained something different. Mina just wanted to know what happened in the end, so she plays the very last video, where she sees the professor about to kill himself and the fairy. Before dying, he gives directions to the people stuck in the forest on how to get out, saying that if they follow the direction in which the birds fly in the evening, they can escape the forest. In that recorded message, he said that if anyone wants to get out of this forest, if I succeed, go to the university and destroy all my research. Coming here was a huge mistake. After that, the professor went upstairs, and then 2 gunshots. were heard, so they realized the professor had shot that guy first and then himself. Well, tonight all four of them were really happy because they found a way to escape from this jungle. The next morning, when everyone comes out of the bunker, they see that the Watchers have completely destroyed their safe house, and now more than ever, they have to get out of this jungle today. Otherwise, these people would be killed because, by nightfall, they didn't even have a room left to hide in. Now, they start moving towards the way out of the forest. The birds the professor was talking about were supposed to fly in the evening, but they had to get out of the forest before it got dark. So, Mina sets free the parrot she had with her. They follow the direction the parrot flies. While walking, they come across a grave. Seeing the grave, Madeline says that there was a time when these people used to live alongside humans, but humans treated them really badly, betrayed them, and left them trapped in these forests. After traveling for several hours, they reached a river. There, they found a boat belonging to the professor, which made them really happy. But their happiness didn't last long because it was getting dark, and it was almost time for the Watchers to arrive. Just before they could get into Dr. Martin's boat and leave, they heard someone shouting from behind. When they turned around, it was Kiara's husband yelling for help. He was badly injured. Everyone else was already in the boat, so Daniel went alone to help him. Daniel started pulling Kiara's husband toward the boat. But then, from the boat, they saw that the person Daniel was helping wasn't human. It was a Watcher who had taken Daniel's form right in front of them. They couldn't do anything. The Watcher killed Daniel. They knew Watchers couldn't cross this river. And finally, these people crossed the river themselves and made it to the city and the story. The real twist came afterward. After reaching the city, the three of them went their separate ways, and a few days later, Mina quickly showed up at the university to delete all their data, just like Dr. Martin had told her to. Before she could delete their research data, she found a tape recorder there, and from that tape recorder, Mina discovered a new secret. Thousands of years ago, humans and fairies used to live together, and they even got married. The children born from humans and fairies had traits from both sides. They were called halflings. These halflings had a special skill. They were so good at shape-shifting that they could even take on the form of a dead person. The professor believed that when humans trapped fairies deep inside the forests, the halflings started secretly blending in among humans by changing their appearances, and even today they exist in some form among people. When Mina came into the professor's office and started investigating, she came across some pictures that completely blew her mind. She saw in the pictures that the lady standing with the professor is none other than Madeline, and actually, Madeline is the professor's wife. She gets really confused about why Madeline never told her these things. To share this big confusion, she goes to Kiara and tells her that the Madeline they met in the jungle is actually Professor Martin's wife. But she didn't tell us the truth because she's not really human. She's a shape-shifting fairy. When I did some research, I found out that many years ago, the professor's wife, Madeline, had cancer. She died because of it. Hearing this, Kiara asks, "Then who was Madeline, who's been with us all this time?" To which Mina replies, "I'm starting to understand everything now. Actually, the professor was really heartbroken over his wife's death and was desperate to bring her back no matter what. When he found out about these shape-shifting fairies, he trapped the one who came to him looking exactly like a little girl in a cage." Showing a photo of his wife, the professor made that fairy look like his wife, Madeline, because she was different from the other fairies. She could have come out even during the day. Mina said, "I've called Madeline here. We have to find a way to send her back to the forest." Just then, a car pulled up there. When the person got out of the car, Mina was left breathless. It was Kiara. So, the one who had been with Mina all this time was actually Madeline. She had taken Kiara's form. As soon as Kiara came inside the house, Madeline, disguised as Kiara's husband, knocked her out. Mina asked Madeline, "What do you really want?" Madeline, angry, said, "I want Ferris's. I'm the most different creature. All my friends used to tease me since childhood. They never let me hang out with them because I was so different. I ended up all alone in that forest, and I wanted to get out and live with people outside. Then, one day, a professor came into the forest. He trapped me in a cage. He told me that if I took the form of his wife, he would take me out of the forest. I agreed to his deal. The professor taught me everything about Madeline, and later, that deceitful professor tried to kill me. But before that, before he could kill me, I killed him first. Humans were never trustworthy, and they never will be. Now you know my truth too. That's why you have to die, and after killing you, I'll live among humans in your form." Saying this, Madeline took Mina's form and started strangling her. Then Mina said to Madeline, "Didn't the professor tell you why you can go out during the day? The truth is you're a hybrid, half human, half fairy. That's why you can live among both humans and fairies. I know that. What's it like to be alone in the world? But you're not the only halfling out there. There are others like you, living among humans in different forms." As soon as Madeline realized this truth, her body suddenly started shifting back to its true form. In no time, wings sprouted from her, and she left Mina right there, flying away. Then the scene jumps a few weeks ahead. Mina is now living with her sister. She tells her sister that maybe the fairy is still following her. Her sister tells her, "Don't worry, nothing like that is happening." At the end of the story, we see a little girl standing under Mina's house. It's none other than Madeline, who is now living in their world in that form. And that's how the story ends. If you liked this video, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and give the video a thumbs up.